Hi, Evie. Hi, Ashley.
Good morning, Ashley. Good morning, Jamaican farmer. Hi, Ashley. Not Ashley. Stacey Mae, hello.
Hello. Oh boy. So, what's new and exciting?
For me,
Mm-hmm.
I am binding off this never-ending Pico Edge for right now. I think as I'm binding this off, I think I know what may have caused my dilemma here. I think it's
Ah.
really small needle size, and I tried to go to a bigger size needle. My brain was telling me it would be okay. It would make it larger, and actually it just launched it up.
Mm.
I went back and
Hey,
sort
John
of
John.
pattern. Hi, John. But other than that, I'd like to get this done over the weekend, but if not, it's okay. Hi, Irene.
Hi, Irene. Hey,
Hi,
Sue.
Butterfly. Sue.
How you doing today, Irene? Hi, whoever's chilling in the background. Haven't said hello, say hello. Let me know who's in the room. Mhm. Hi, Pam.
Good morning, everyone.
Hi, Pam.
Let's see how I'm. Took me a little bit. I'm using my phone right now, trying to get my tablet set up so that I can see the chat. Not having any success. So if I don't respond to the chat, you guys will all know. How's it going today?
It's going.
Good.
Yeah, very good over here.
Hey, watch the wire.
Supervisor is at it today.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Kristen.
Hi, Kristen.
Morning, Kristen.
Girl, you need to stop. Hey, Kyle.
Hello, Kyle.
Morning, Kyle. Sorry, guys, you're gonna have to look at my face for a little bit to check my connection here. Let me get that tablet connected here.
Oh ho. Oh ho. You think like a floral stamp would be considered like a boho image?
You're asking the wrong person here. I don't know really what is considered boho.
Bohemian. Like,
Oh, I get. I mean, I would think so. Bohemian. I never put that together. Boho and Bohemian.
Bohemian is almost like in the 60s, the flower child. Right? That's what I think of Bohemian.
Irene says she thinks it is. I have no idea, honestly.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
So Pam, are you there?
Pam.
There I am. Okay. I was trying to get my, I think I'll just skip my, just use my phone. I won't be able to see the cat.
So Bohemian, a stamp that has a bunch of flowers on it would be considered like a Bohemian image, right?
In my opinion, it would be.
Okay. That's what I thought. Just clarifying. Because when I think Bohemian, I think like 60s flower child.
Okay.
So, table, collage, numbers, animals, mythical animals. Okay. Oh. They went to Beckett's. And it says here, of which I do not have. So I pretended my glue bottle was a brayer.
Okay.
And I've used bubble wrap, put it down, and then rolled the glue bottle over the top of it. Put the little dots in the background. I said I had yellow, so some yellow. Put stars on, so I grabbed the pencil and put some stars on there. Use tape. This is washi tape on the side. Border. I drew a purple line up here and down here. Collage. I took paper, cut it up, and used
Looks nice.
Animal, put a cat down here. Mythical, I had a horse stamp, and then I put horns on the horses. And then boho over the top
Is that
of
a
it.
Becca?
Yeah. Over the top of it, I used that floral stamp
Okay.
in a teal kind of color.
Nice.
Very nice.
Oh, I forgot numbers.
Sorry about that.
I used measurements 9/16, half inch, eighth, whatever, around the page. Got to be different.
Well,
Okay, is there anything in the next one I can't do? No. That way. All right, gotta move for a minute. Ah! So she moves and proceeds to take down my little situation here. And she does. Gotta love it. Oh well.
The joys of kitty life. Kitty life is good.
Yeah. Where did I put them? Well, darn it. Hey, Willow.
Hi, Willow.
Heidi ho.
Hi, Kim.
We lost Pam.
I just said I forgot to do them. Got all my yard stuff just outside and forgot to do them. Hi Ashley. Hi Willow. Wake up a little bit. You notice the picture, Stacey?
What? What picture? What do you mean?
Bigger. My picture is bigger.
Oh yeah, you got it sideways.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. Yes.
All right, cool. Yep, I'll send you the link, honey.
Awesome. Hi, Willow. Willow. Okay, I'll stop now.
So what's up with your dog? Hey, Linda?
I don't have a dog.
Okay, that's right. It's Pam.
Yes.
Okay. I get you two confused.
That's all right. I have two kitties. They're doing good.
That's good, at least. The kitties are doing good, too.
Yeah.
Romero's being my guard dog right now outside in the
Gotcha.
outside in the living room. So tell me if there's someone there. Oh, if I want to do rubber bands or because I don't have no orders. So. Good morning, Barbara.
Hi, Barbara.
How you feeling?
I'll be right back.
Yep.
Oops.
Okie dokie.
I don't know what happened to my big rubber band I made. Oh boy. That's someone use.
Hey, Barbara, sis. Uh,
Where did I put that big old rubber band? Oh boy. Okay, Mom, are you playing with it? Playing hide and seek with it?
mm,
I made a big old rubber band yesterday with all the different colors of my rubber bands. Now I can't find it. I'm thinking she's playing with it. Or get upstairs and play.
could be.
Do another one, Mom? Huh? Hey. I got enough though. That's all this. If I find it. Oh boy. Jeez, like, come on. Where did I put my big rubber band? I lost the rubber band. That's what I get off of
Oh,
cleaning
there she is.
up.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Willow.
Hello.
Mm.
I'm here, Will. I'm just.
You're fine.
How are ya?
Doing all right. I'm sitting here basting emceeing on curtains.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I've had them for a while. They're, like summer curtains
Mm-hmm.
that I got for the living room.
I think my mom did.
But I hadn't been able to use them because
Did you already do the beading
I'm
on the top, or is that the next thing to do?
not doing the beading this year. I'm just getting them hemmed and up on the wall. I can always bring them down and do them when I get a chance. Right now,
Y'all can't hear me, can you?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. I was saying that, I'm not going to do the beading right now. Just going to get them hemmed and get them up on the window. I can always pull them down to a beading whenever. But,
This is
I finally got the screen on the living room window, the UV film, and so I can use the lightweight ones, and it's not going to bother my eyes. And I'm more excited about just being able to do that than I am worrying about beading the curtains right now. Because in part, I can't get to my beads right now. So, to do fringe, I got to be able to pick through and decide what I want to make the fringe out of. And I can't get to them right now. So. They'll come down for winter, and the winter curtains will go back up. And I can always work on them over the winter. Hopefully by then I'll be able to get to my beads.
I can actually know it.
Hey, Eddie. Can y'all hear me?
I hear you.
Hi, Hetty. How you doing?
Just making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also a little further away from my mic. So.
Like, I'm in here. Oh boy. I had it ready for Saturday, now I'm gonna have to do another. Oh boy. That's what I get for cleaning up. This is very true.
Anybody crafting in the chat? And if so, what you making? Acquiring crafty minds want to know.
Oh, I can't wait to get a box from Barbara. Hopefully she put my charms in there. I got people that want them. Oh boy, where did I put you, rubber band?
Are you cool?
I definitely
Cool.
think she took it.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Ooh, Eddie's crocheting a baby blanket.
Mhm.
I have a whole bunch of those ones here for sale. Not that many, actually. I have half a bag full. There's the bracelet I made. I found it. My mom put it. I put it somewhere where I didn't see it. This is the one that got all different colors on it. Okay, I hear train. 8 o'clock here yet.
Hey, Kaz.
Hi, Cass.
Hi, Cass.
Hi, Cass.
And yes, there's a train going by.
Mine goes by pretty soon. At 8 o'clock. Exactly. Almost.
Great. Awesome.
Yeah, if I have my living room windows open, everybody's always asking, "Where's the train? Where's the train? Who's got the train?" I'm just getting ahead of it here.
Yeah, I got one going. I know what time mine comes. That's why I, like, almost on the dot. I'm always right about it. Romero, you want your...
Trying to get a knot in place with very short bit thread. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, congratulations, Hattie.
Say hello to everybody. Romero. Romero. Come here. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta get my things up. Okay. Say hello, everybody. Say hello.
Oh, there's the cuteness.
Yep.
Romero.
There's Romero. Boy.
Aww.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
Baby.
You go, boy.
He's got the sweetest
Yeah,
baby.
Thanks, Doug.
Maybe a block away.
Romero steals the show.
He always does.
Aw.
Such a cuddle bug.
Yes, he is. You hear that? You're
Very soon.
Mm-hmm.
Duh.
Yesterday, when I was putting all my stuff away yesterday, and I let him out to go back. He likes to go back and forth with me to take stuff back and put it up on the table and stuff. Well, yesterday he got bitten by an ant. A red one. It go away.
A bit where?
By an ant on his paw.
Oh.
So I took care of him. No, Mommy took care of him.
Oh, good.
I said, get out. I know there's a little like a pile ant hole somewhere around here. In front. I don't know where, but I know there is one. And I'm like, okay, I have to get my landlord to get to it. I don't need him to keep on getting bitten. He kept on shaking his back paw when he got stung.
Mm.
When you do get a cockabur in it or something?
Oh.
Yeah, red one, yeah.
Huh?
The red ones, fire ants.
Yeah, it's hurt.
Yeah.
No, you gotta
Especially between the toes.
got
Oh, okay.
fire ant.
Yeah, well, they hurt too.
Mm.
Yeah,
We don't really have much in the way of fire ants here. But we have those great big ants that
Okay.
live in
Okay.
trees. They center out a tree. You know, they gut a tree.
Yes.
And our dog that we had that we lost, I don't know, a few years back, when she was a pup,
Oh,
she bent down to, give one a sniff,
termite.
and no, great big black ant, and it latched onto her lip and would not let go. And she wasn't happy about it. Didn't feel good. I had to basically dismember the ant to get it off of her. When they pinch down, they don't let go. And their pinchers are
I'll be right back again. I'm gonna go real quick.
about 1/8 of an inch long, maybe a little longer. They're able to totally clamp down on a dog's lip. She did
Yeah.
that twice as a pup. And a dog I had years ago did the same thing, except instead of the lip, it was on his nostril. And you take the pinchers off, and they lose pigmentation in that area. They don't bleed or anything, but they'll lose pigmentation in that area. It don't matter if they're red skin or black skin puppy dogs. Get a white spot, and it never goes away. We always had problems with those over at my childhood home. And when we had a thunderstorm go through, and it topped a maple tree, a big maple tree in our front yard. And I found them in hollowed out branches on that thing. And
So they must have something in there.
pouring out of the hole up in the top of the tree.
So whatever chemical or some kind.
Yeah. All I know is I called bug people, and I called tree people, and had them collaborate to go up in that tree and load the trunk of that tree full of something to kill off all them big black ants, because we were inundated with them, and that's where they had set up this huge habitat, because this maple tree was huge. And the tree people said that it was hollow all the way down, that it needed to come down as soon as we could. which never happened. But after an ice storm that we had, it got thoroughly trimmed, and never had a problem with it after that. But yeah, we got rid of them freaking ants. I mean, those ants were, I'd say, at least a half an inch long. Some of them could have been pushing 5/8 of an inch long. They were freaking huge. And the pincers, yeah, at least an 1/8 of an inch. Some have more like 3/16, the bigger ones. They pinched. Over here, we don't see the big black ones so much as those little kiss ants that like to get in the house. Try to swarm the cat food bowls. Well, the cat food bowls, first ant we see in the house get put in, like high wall plates or saucers. They get a moat put around them by putting it in a dish and then putting water. All the pet food dishes and a lot of stuff gets bagged in zipper bags or slider bags, whatever we got to keep the ants out, including salt and pepper shakers. It's just freaking annoying. But a couple of years ago, we had with my disability, there's pest control if it's hazardous to the patient, basically, or a danger to, your health, getting in your food and stuff. And they take and treat it for those. Used environmentally safe stuff, pet safe stuff. I made sure of that. But now if we see an ant, we've got these, I don't know, they're like a very big oral kind of syringe with a cap on it that's full of this gel. And we see an ant, there's certain spots that we hit with that gel. I've already went around, we've seen 2 ants. I've already went around and shot pretty much everything. Put it in all the windows and all that. And it's totally safe if the animals, I try to put it in little nooks and crannies where they can't get to it, but they're cats. But it's totally safe for them. It's not going to hurt them with it. I was adamant about that and insisted to read the labels of the products that they used before they used them to ensure that they were labeled pet safe and environmentally safe. So, I'm a stickler for that. So, thankfully, they're not as bad now. It's been a couple of years. I probably ought to call my caseworker and have her send them out again. Okay, Kaz, take care. Just about got the base on this. And I can pull it over, pin it in place, and it'll be ready for the sewing machine.
it.
Oh, by the way, Cheryl, look out for a package that you're not expecting.
Okay, I got one yesterday, but I don't think that's from your circle. Let's see. You were just up here. What are you doing? Mm-hmm. I know you too. You can get up here. Get back up
Hi,
here.
Jess.
Good girl. Come here. You can help Mama sew this last little bit. Yeah.
Sharon.
Hey, Miles.
Hello.
What you doing, little man? All of a sudden, I'll catch up to the morning. Yes, I know. What you doing? I'm standing on my screen. Come on, you gotta get off there. That's a pressure point. You know that.
Right back. Hi, Kristen.
Almost down. 2.5 inches left. One more stick to get up.
Yeah, the delay is crazy.
It was like that yesterday at Oxford.
I don't know what to think. Little Finn sniffing. Oh, gotta love Johnny. Right. Oh well. Can y'all hear me?
What was
Yes.
it about Johnny? Yeah, I can hear you. What was it about Johnny? I think the question would be, can y'all hear me?
Can't hear you now. Oops.
Alright, I'm back. Gotta figure out what I want to do.
haven't even been to bed yet, Kristen. Been up all night.
You guys hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We both can hear you.
I'm trying to figure out if that's a current code. It was so bad. Okay, it for me so I could check on my delay.
Now we don't hear you. Where did Stacey go?
I'm still waiting for her to put a number in.
No, she was going to say it. She was supposed to say the number.
Well, usually you say it and then you type it when you're saying it, and you wait and see how long you count.
It's like a minute long, guys.
Yeah.
Live. And then I don't know.
I never heard you say anything, but I didn't see anything get typed in either.
Me either.
So confused right now, guys. Can't tell what's being done.
Oh, that's nuts. Yeah, I did.
Hear me?
Yes.
Oh, come on, get in there. My hands are kind of getting tired of playing with safety guns.
Did I say hi to you, Sharon, by the way?
Huh?
Huh?
We're all going, huh? Huh? Can anybody hear me? Huh? Okay.
Okay.
That's Verizon.
What I was saying,
commercial.
can you hear me okay now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I was saying about Johnny was the poor man. I love him dearly. He's tried twice in a matter of 3 days, I think, to get people to raid my channel from his channel. The first day, one person showed up and mentioned it, and they've already been here.
Wow.
I'm like, do I offend sniffing armpits?
You do not smell. You do not smell. What is raiding anyway, by the way?
It's when,
When
like, a
you
channel
say,
finishes
okay,
up a
everybody from
show.
my group. Go ahead, Willa.
It's like when someone's ending a show, you know, like Johnny ends a show and says Stacey's on, everybody go over and raid Stacey's. And everybody from his channel goes over to their channel and, you know.
Well,
Okay.
that's the theory.
And you just say rating from the previous channel or something?
Just say send
Right.
over from Johnny's or send over from wherever, you know.
Okay.
Would you raid?
I got you now.
Yeah, it's just a manner of supporting other channels.
Yeah, supporting, promoting another channel.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool beans. Cool beans.
Yep, Johnny loves doing that.
Okay.
Well, he used to do the six channel shout. So he stopped that and started doing this raid thing.
Yeah.
I almost think I was his first official victim of when he decided to start doing that alone.
Okay.
And the only person that showed
Yep.
up and mentioned it, and the only new person at all, I mean, in a sense, was somebody who's already been here, and nobody new showed up. So I have no clue what to think of that.
Don't think about it.
A lot of resellers that can they have a lot of crafters. And then those crafters, some are going to go to some are going to do this, you know, some are going to do that. You know, usually in any chat,
Okay.
eyes and stuff, you know, you can count on one hand the number of crafters there.
Okay, I understand that. One? That's crazy. Who's been here before, so it's not even like the whole idea of him bringing other people. You know what I mean? There wasn't
Yeah.
one other person who likes crafting or is interested in crafting, or come on. That's craziness.
Who knows?
Now twice?
Twice.
He's done it twice. He did it and then he what's today? Friday. I think he did it Wednesday. And then he did it
Maybe
again today,
people
my
got-
channel.
Yes.
That's why I'm
We're
like,
here for you, Stacey.
because he came in.
You're back.
No, honey. Because I feel bad because he came in and he's like, I said to him, I said, yeah, well, basically that didn't work, Johnny. Thank you very much. So, you know. And he goes, well, I try. And I guess he felt kind of bad. So he did it again. And still, that's the crazy part.
Oh, I see.
You'd think at least one person hearing it the second time would go, well, at least let me just go in and say, you know, whatever. Or just come in and raid and leave. You know?
Yeah.
It just is,
I don't know.
seems odd to me. I've been in the community long enough. People know of me. You know, things like that. So it's like,
not the first time that's happened.
Did you put your deodorant on today, Stacey?
I've been where, you know,
Yeah.
somebody was doing a raid and I was the only person that showed up, you know.
Yeah, I've done that
New or
too.
not,
But I showed
you know.
up.
Yeah.
You should. Yes.
But my kind of channel either, but I
Yeah.
showed up.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done that. A lot of people don't though. They don't do
Oh.
raids.
Everybody?
Maybe some
Okay.
people like me didn't know what they were.
Careful.
I don't know what to tell you, Stace. I'm just saying, you know.
I know. I don't
Hey,
know what to think
Rose.
of it either. It's like, that's why I'm like, did I offend? I mean, what the heck's going on here? Not a person? Nobody?
There's
Hi, Lena.
there's a lot of weird.
I
going
know
on
there's
YouTube
numerous
right
things
now.
going on.
This strange
Okay,
energy
I
going
know
on.
I come on at a time where
What?
there's multiple auctions going on. But all auctions start with a little blah, 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 blah. You could come to raid a channel for 2 seconds and then pop over to the other auction.
Because who wants to hear the blah, 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 blah? Right?
All right, go on.
You can catch up on the blah, blah,
Lena?
blah pretty easily.
That's right.
All right. They are ready for the machine.
I don't know. It's fine. It's not that it bothers me in the sense that whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I just found it very
It's just weird.
odd.
Yeah, I hear you.
That's all. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
The only thing I can say, blame it on Mercury retrograde.
Could be. So everybody's dogs are going crazy lately.
Hey,
Well, Mercury retrograde is all about creating chaos in scheduling, organization, anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Holly.
And it's full on right now.
What's that?
Mercury retrograde. I've already dealt with several issues with it.
What are you doing?
It hits me in my astrological chart. It hits and it hits and it hits and it hits. It just, you know, I get hammered with it.
Oh, okay. I didn't quite understand what that was. Okay, I gotcha.
Dog being
Well,
And I've
it
always
needed to
had
leave me
problems at
alone.
certain times of the year, long before I even knew what Mercury retrograde was. Then I found out what it was, and I was like, oh, that's the culprit. And so I just
Okay.
watched. You know, next time it came around, you know, was that the time I started having issues? And sure enough. And I was like, And this was years ago. Okay.
last
I don't think I need to really prep that. Got
puzzle.
it done. Sorry, I'm talking to myself here. Trying to decide.
That happens.
I think that's allowed. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I was trying to, you know, am I done with my mat or,
Did I say hi to Lena? I
you
think
know,
I
do
did.
I
Hi,
have
Lena.
everything that I need to
didn't.
do?
Yeah, you did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to set the sewing machine up right now. I've been up all night, and I know that I'm not going to have a brain for that. But,
No way. You've been up all night?
yeah, I've been up all night.
Oh, my. That's not possible in my world.
Well, I had a doctor's appointment the other day, and I had to stay up to be able to get there because the time that I've been going to bed was too soon or too close to the time that I needed to be at the doctor, so I just stayed up. And
Oh.
the next day, was heavy pain day. So I was dozy during the day and then up all night. And so my hours are just kind of,
Oh, okay. This
they've been flipped for a while, but I was starting to get them back, but then I had to make these appointments. So it's just what happens in my world. They'll flip back around here when they're good and ready.
Mhm.
And not a minute sooner.
That is true.
What was that?
That was a bag being squeezed, Ziploc bags that wasn't quite, like I had to open this a little bit, trying to squeeze out the air.
It was a bag fart. You know, kind of like a Tupperware fart.
Yeah.
It's a bag fart.
Yes, that's good.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you burp Tupperware. You know, you always put the edge of the lid and, you know, to poof the air out. Well, with the bag, you get it almost closed, then you squeeze it to squeeze the excess air out, and sometimes it farts at you.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, it's a bag fart.
Yeah.
I just thought it was my dog that does that.
Well, there it is.
Don't squeeze my cat. You might get
Oh,
Tupperware.
I got struck by yesterday.
Now that would have been funnier if I would have blamed it on the cat.
Yes.
Hey, Pam. She says, I bought things from a lot of resellers in the community and have their channels, but they have not mine. Oh, S.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
It's okay. All in time. Yeah, true. Hey, Lena.
Like I said, I'm not that I'm worried about it or anything. I just feel bad because Johnny took the time to try to do that for me. And I feel more like
Yeah.
they don't even, it almost was like a
Yes.
disrespect to him more than me.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking, but I didn't want to say it. It's not much.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Not
It's
my
not like, I'm not thinking of it on my end. I'm
Yes.
thinking of it because now he did it twice.
Yes.
And that's crazy.
Yeah.
I shared a couple of channels that went live. The one that I was on, they were ending, and I asked permission, and so I dropped the two channels because they're somewhat related. You know, for people to go over, and a lot of people sounded interested, and then somebody commented about somebody being rude in one of them or something, and nobody showed up at either of them either. I think it's just the energy. Like I said, there's something in the air right now that people are
Being local.
off a bit.
How many
And
phases of
that's
the
real
moon are there?
life too.
Phases,
Yeah.
full, new, waxing, waning, you know, the 4 quarters, and then full and new. So basically 6.
Oh, and half.
Yeah,
Wait,
don't forget
one
God's call it.
quarter,
Yeah, there's 2 phases of waxing, 2
quarter.
phases of waning, a new and a full.
Oh, okay, so that ain't gonna work. All right.
What are you making, Linda?
A mess. a mess for sure. Oh my goodness. It started out to be this oval. See, there I go.
Hi, Cam.
A round shawl slash blanket, and somewhere it went wrong. Very wrong. And I'm not enjoying, so I'm trying to bind it off. And Stacey said it could be a dog blanket, and I agree.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. But I was doing the
It's
pico
really
head.
cool.
Now I'm like doing it every 10 stitches because I'm ready to be done with this.
In other words, you're pushing through on.
I am
What
so
is-
pushing. And
what-
by the end, it's going to be 10 stitches in a pico. Then it's going to be 2 stitches in a pico. Because that pico actually takes forever. I was enjoying it the first 500 some stitches, but
Hi, Johnny.
now I'm done. I'm done with it. But that's what I'm making. I'm making a mess, actually. Thank you for asking.
I was
For
just
real.
curious.
Yeah.
You know, it just looks like one of those cool ripple. You know, how
Doilies.
they do the ripple doilies.
Mhm.
Why don't
They make them to drape
I see?
over like a pedestal kind
Yes.
of
Johnny's in the room?
kind of thing.
Yep.
I don't think so. Somebody said thank you, Johnny, in regards to what you were talking about, but I'm not seeing.
Yeah, I didn't see him either, but doesn't mean he's not here.
Oh,
But yeah.
That's why I think
No, he's not tagging, so I don't think he's here.
Yeah,
I
this
think
thing
Pam
can
just put it out there in case he,
to be.
comes back and watches
actually,
or
I don't think he's here.
anything like
because I think
that.
he might be in a sale right now.
Oh. He's doing a sale, or he helps the resale. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
He's usually either doing a show, doing bingo,
Either or.
calling a sale, or having a sale. You know,
Oh, I gotcha.
he's a busy guy.
Yeah, he seems to be very helpful to others, too. I think that's how I got a diamond art from Ella. Is through one
Awesome.
of his resale.
That's cool.
Yeah. I thought that's- no.
Olivia, what are you doing? She's like whacking a fake plant. Just smack, smack, smack. Didn't do nothing to her. It's just sitting there.
he did work probably.
He's a goofball.
That's the problem.
1 minute she accepts your cuddles, and the next minute, she lurches and takes off like you're gonna murder her.
He's just sitting there. That's the problem.
It's that semi-feral in her. She's not particularly aggressive or anything like that. Although, well, I mean, she does chomp sis every once in a while, but sis usually deserves it because she doesn't know. She can't read cat. But, I don't know. She's just got it interesting. She reminds me of an adult rescue kitty that we got in the alcove of the old Godfather's Pizza that was here years ago. She was a bag of bones. Her fur was just dry like straw. And she was begging pizza crust scraps from patrons of the restaurant.
Yeah.
And we took her in and took her to the vet, had her checked over and everything, and she was feline leukemia positive and she was pregnant.
Oh.
And yeah, the babies weren't
Make
viable.
me cry, Willow.
And she wouldn't survive carrying them. So we had to abort and get her fixed so she didn't have any more of those issues. And She lived with my cats. She was not a biter to them. She didn't like to wrestle, fight, any of that. So there was no bite risks in regards to transference of the leukemia with her. And she was with us for about 5 or 6 years. And the leukemia was never an issue. What took her was sickle cell sarcoma in a vaccine injection site radius. And anytime they would go in for vaccines, I would always log, whether it was a shoulder, flank, right, left, I always kept record. And they were not supposed to give her the leukemia vaccines because she had leukemia. And they screwed up and gave her one. And that's where she got it, was in that site. So I nailed him to the wall on that.
Goodness. She had a good mom come by and get her.
But, we took her in for surgery and had the sarcoma removed. But sickle cell sarcoma is a highly aggressive cancer in cats. And before the incision even healed, it had grown back to about 3 times its size. And so then it was just quality of life. And she only lasted a few weeks. And we had to let her go. But her attitude, and she had attitude. She was pretty laid back, mellow, until you petted her wrong, and then she'd chomp you. And it would be just a pinch. She'd draw blood. She would nail you. And she only did it to humans that didn't pet her right. That was the only thing. Out of all of the kitschy little peckish things that cats get grumpy about, that was the only thing that bugged her. Just don't pet her wrong. And the big one was don't rub her fur the wrong way. And she didn't like the jowl scratches that a lot of cats do. So if you went for the neck or the jowl on the side, you could go down the back. But if you went on the side, she'd nail you. And they would forget. Mom and sis would both forget. I rarely forget how they like to be petted. But yeah, she'd nail her. And she was weird about bopping at strange things and stuff, just like Olivia. She's over here giving me a stink eye. Quit talking about me. I mean, seriously, she's staring me down. Aren't you, girl? Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
But she's bonded more with Jennifer than she has with me. But part of that's because, I'm the alpha. And, they're always a little more skittish around me. It'll take her a little while, but she'll find her comfort zone, whatever that is. You don't try to force them to do, rule parameters, and beyond that, we let them just be them, whatever their quirks are. And it's the way it should be. You can't force animals to become what you want them to be, just like you can't do it to a person. My 2 big cuddlers are Sable and Miles. And every once in a while, Esme, she'll just crawl up on your chest and pet me or else. But she's moody about that. and you can't like pick her up and put her there. It has to be on her.
Her time.
Yeah. But when she's in the mood, stop everything and cuddle her, because, savor the moment, because they're few and far between with her, because she's full on alpha. And then Jazzy, poor Jazzy, she has PTSD. You can't, snap your fingers and tell her to shoo or anything like that. She'll freeze up and hunker down to the ground. You have to pick her up and move her and love her during that time, or she freaks out and comes unhinged in your hands. She's and you don't restrain her around her neck. She's the one that was strangling under the trailer. So if she feels bound or confined in any way, she freaks out. I mean, she freaks out. She starts this panic squeaking sound right before she's gonna go, and that tells you have 2 seconds to correct or modify how you're holding her or petting her or whatever, before she snaps. But and then, like I said, you can't spritz her with the water bottle and she'll take off or anything like that. She hunkers down and freezes. She just flat freezes.
I have one that I think she loves it. I think she's like, okay, bath time, shower time. So it doesn't work. She just likes it too much.
Oh, I've got them that love water. I go into the bathroom to wash my face or brush my teeth or wash my hands, and I'll have a cat on both sides of the sink.
Yep.
If not more than one, wanting to play in the faucet while it's running.
Yep.
But if you spritz them with a water bottle, they'll take off. Because then they know that, whatever they're doing is wrong. But you can't do that with Jazzy. It don't work that way. You gotta move her lovingly and pick her up and move her. She loves when I open my closet door. She wants to dive into my closet, and I have like a suitcase against the wall next to a little dresser that I have in my closet, and there's like a gap next to the dresser, between the dresser and the wall. It's just a little bit of a dead space, and I think she swears that it's gonna go like freaking Narnia or something, because she's always trying to get back there. There's nothing there, it's just a little dead space, but she's determined to get back there. And I've moved the suitcase and let her walk back there, so she could see what was there, that there was nothing there but just a little space, but she still is just fascinated with that corner. But you can't, snap your fingers and, shoo, come on, you're done.
Just remember.
No, you got to pick her up. And
yeah, the package, Willow, is going to be coming from 2 Hit Chicks.
Oh, okay, from Dawn and Mary.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So if I have anything coming out of Michigan, which I haven't seen anything yet show up on my informed delivery yet, so
Probably be a couple of days more.
yeah, because they usually do the invoice thing and then get the packages ready, and sometimes it's Monday before they get them mailed out, sometimes it's Saturday. It'll go on, show up there when it does. when it's good and ready. I think I did have one that it was like getting prepared for shipment. In other words, the label had been made. I didn't really look at it when I checked this morning. That could be it. I can go look. Yeah, I had one come yesterday that I wasn't expecting. It was a gift from someone. Totally out of the blue. I've actually gotten, see, I got a bingo prize. I got a prize from another channel, another bubble. That I won bag of foreign coin.
Oh, cool.
I got it the other day. And then the one that I got yesterday that was an unexpected gift. Yep. Label created awaiting and the Postal Service is awaiting the item from Benton Harbor, Michigan.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't even look at that. That must be the culprit.
Nope.
So they've got the label made. It's just drop off or pick up from the Postal Service, and then it'll be on the move. I've got 2 coming from Tanu. One just shipped, and the other should be delivered today. It's just little householdy things. When I did the one order, the other wasn't available. There was something I was wanting to get, and it was out of stock. And then I got notification it was in stock. So then I ordered that. So now I got 2, which is not uncommon with Temu, getting your order, in 2 or 3 packages.
Yeah.
Oh, and there was an item I forgot to put on this one the other day. And then I remembered and went back in there, and I was able to add it to the order. So that was kind of cool. What, buddy? You get up here. Come on up. I love you too. My goodness. My goodness. Mama's trying to reach. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to reach. Yeah, that's what it was.
Willow, I missed last Tuesday trying to get my license. I missed it by 1.
Honey, I can't make out what you said.
I'm trying to get my license, and I had a test Tuesday, and I missed it by 1. Yeah.
Oh, gracious.
Her driver's license.
Yeah.
Oh, her permit, I guess. I don't know. Can't remember. This is for the permit, right?
Well, all you can do is
Oh, driver's license. The license.
Oh, she already had the permit. That's right.
Yeah.
Because unable to drive.
All you can do is study a little bit more and give it another go.
That's what I think. I practiced yesterday.
You're breaking up bad.
Yeah, you're not the first person that's had to repeat the test, a few times. I've heard of several people that have had to do that over the years. There's people in my class. I took driver's ed in high school. There was people in my class that went to get their license, and they had to go like 4 or 5 times before they got it.
Wow.
Which was totally, it was kind of weird because they got like A's in the class, but they couldn't pass the test. It's like, how do you do that? But they were preppies. They were just too busy thinking about their next ball game, their next hot date, Oop, she fell out. Yeah, they found out real fast when I took driver's ed that trying to teach me how to drive standards was not going to happen. Nope. I'm too lefty. I never did learn how. I mean, like 4 different people tried to teach me. And yeah, it ain't happening. No.
I don't know if you can see that, but that's my first 2 kitties. Kong. And he was like triple her size. And she's actually about twice as big as when I found her.
Yeah.
But he was huge. Let me see. I was looking through some of their pictures.
Aspen and Esme are huge. My females are bigger than my male.
Oh. Cat fact of the day.
Yes.
The affectionate and intelligent Oriental shorthair may have 2 different colored eyes.
That one looks like my Jazzy.
That's her the day after. I didn't know if she was going to live or not.
Yeah, I didn't know if Miles was going to make it either.
She actually fit in my hand. I was trying to.
Miles was the size of about a 3 to 4 week old, and he was at least 8 weeks. His eyes had changed color. He was that stunted. And Esme was maybe 3 weeks when she came, and Jazzy, she was about the same age, but she was bone thin, dehydrated. Aw.
That's calm. That was our first rescue that we got at the
My first rescue was a black kitten named Millicent.
Oh.
And we
Carl
lost her in 2016.
Calm. Kong, Kong. Someone had
Oh, Kong.
named him Kong.
Yeah, like King
Yeah.
Kong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
King Kong. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was so huge. And he had some medical problems, but
Yeah.
I said, we got to get him.
Yeah, I had a lot of them with medical problems.
And the lady
Pretty much
that
any of the
had,
bottle babies end up with some kind of issues that are chronic for them.
All right.
And
And
you can get
this
the best
is-
formula on the market, and they'll still have issues.
my little girl Emma, which is not little, that's her
Oh.
daddy. See that massive tail on there?
Mm-hmm.
That was
Mhm.
my mom's cat.
Big old long
And
tail like
he
a
was
lemur.
what they call wobbles. We call them wobbles because they had that. I don't know what it's called. Their balance is off a little.
Mm-hmm.
What they call that?
Yeah, it's an inner ear
But
thing.
nothing's wrong. It's just they have that wobble syndrome or whatever it's called.
Yeah, it has something to do with it's like a mix between inner ear and brainstem. It's
Yes,
like really bad infection, and it damages the brainstem, and it gives them wobble syndrome. Yeah.
he was adorable.
I personally
the
haven't had to deal
beginning
with
of my
that, but I had a friend
baby.
that did. Little kitten that she got that ended up with that.
Did I show you that one? That's my two babies now.
Aw. Pretty.
There we go.
Aw.
That's my two
I
little
just
brats.
love kitties. I love dogs too, but since
And
Sarah
my
passed, we haven't had a dog. We were
I've
just
had dogs all my life. This is the first cats that I've had ever.
Hmm.
The three that we've had, they're all been inside only. But
all
my
of my
mom's
cats have been
cat,
inside only. Once they enter my life, they enter my home, and they get fixed, and they are no longer outdoor cats.
yeah, me
And
too.
I haven't had a single one of them that complained about it.
Mm-mm.
Not a single one.
Mine either. They're like, no, thank you. Especially Emma. When she came inside after I found her outside,
Mhm.
just almost emaciated. She doesn't want nothing to do with outside. Nothing. But,
Millicent,
girl, you're either gonna make it or you're not. I'll get you all warm and get you some water.
hello, Johnny.
Those
Welcome.
eyes. Next morning, that's what I seen. Those eyes looking up
Hi,
at me. I'm
Johnny.
Like,
Hello, Johnny.
hi, Johnny.
Yeah,
Nope.
Millicent, she
I
liked to-
appreciate the gesture, Johnny. But no luck again today. It's all right, honey. I appreciate the fact that you thought of me.
Of course.
Give it time, though. It'll happen.
Mm-mm.
And Millicent, if we were going out to put like a bag of trash out or to get the mail, which was right beside each other at the old house,
Mhm.
she'd go out the front door and just be right outside the door on the stoop, and she'd roll around on the concrete stoop, and walk to the other gate, which was right literally next to the house, which was, I don't know, maybe 4 foot from the front door. And because she liked, there were 2 different concretes, and she wanted to roll around on both textures. But when we
Oh.
came back in, you know, we turned right back around and come back in. She'd come right back in. You know, so she'd be out for less than a minute. The only other ones that we ever had, quote unquote, escape was Callie. And Mom and I would leave to go like do the grocery and all that. We'd come back, pull the van up by the back door so that we could unload it into the back porch. And if Mom came in and I was out, you know, getting bags sorted and getting a handful of them to come in, she'd want to run out because she just wanted to be near me. It wasn't necessarily that she wanted to be outside. She just wanted to be near me.
Yes.
But I made it a habit of coming in the house first and giving her a cuddle and working her over and everything and stuff, and then she would be fine, for the most part, unless she was like worried about me or something, you know. And then eventually, just to resolve the issue completely, so we didn't have to try to chase her around, run over in the next and prance around, just because she was happy I was home, I guess.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was interesting trying to get her back in, you know. She wanted to be near me, but then, oh, well, I'm going to have me a quick prance. She's like a baby goat or something, you know, just had to go do a quick frolic, you know. And she bounced around like one. It was kind of weird.
Oh.
But just to avoid the issue, because, you know, you get in the grass and exposure to fleas and you bring them back in the house,
Yep.
you know, we didn't want that.
No.
So I custom built a bifold screen door to go between the kitchen and the living room.
Oh.
And it would fold back out of the way. And then, you know, we could close it, and I built a latch and we could latch it. They could see us, so they weren't freaking out. They could see us because I used screen. It was a wood frame, brass hinges, and screen, you know. And we just secure them just so we didn't have to worry about it.
See, that's what I like to do on one of my porch windows. As long as I'm watching them, I trust them not to rip the screen open. But
Yeah.
I'd really like to build a little closed-in area so when I opened up the window, you know, they could get fresh air.
Oh,
and they could
catio?
lay out there in it. But yeah, like a catio. There you go. Yes. But until I find somebody that can do it, or a way I can do it, my hubby's probably not too happy about it. But it's got to look semi good.
It's got to blend in. Yeah.
Yeah. And I got to sell him on it too, you know. So I think they would like it a lot. But right now, you know, this way I could open the window and they could, you know, wouldn't have to keep an eye on them all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I've
Right
got
now, rip that screen out. That would not be good.
I've got a storm door, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 storm windows stored under the trailer on a platform to close in a porch so the kitties can go out.
Oh.
We just haven't been able to do it. The back deck, when we bought this place, the back deck, the spine was broke on it. It was snapped in half. So I took it apart. We're wanting to get rid of the patio doors that we have and close in the wall, put a regular door. And if we can do it, I'd like to put a deck back there again and build it enclosed. You know?
Yeah, that would be nice too.
Instead of having to modify an existing deck, build a closed-in deck using those materials. That way I could latch the storm door. That's not a door that we go in and out of for access.
Yeah.
You know? We can go in and out to go into the yard, but we can also use the east door, and it's only a few extra feet. So we could have that open for them, and they could come in and out, on a nice spring day.
Yes.
And it would be fully screened, so we wouldn't have to worry about bugs, and nobody would be able to open the storm door because it would be latched, and there's no reason to. And they could come in and out. I could even modify the storm door with a pet door, and we wouldn't have like raccoons or possums coming in because it would just only access an enclosed deck. So
Yeah.
open the inside door, and they could use the kitty door to go in and out on the deck as they pleased. And I could build it to where each storm window, there's like a platform that goes around that they could lay on and look out the windows.
Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah. That would be, yeah.
That's what I'd like to do.
Yeah.
And ideally it would be on the north door, because we don't use that to go in and out. We use either the south door or the east door. So
yeah.
It could just be basically access for them mainly, but there'd be a door. But I wouldn't put a kitty door on the inside door and the storm door. I'd just do it on the storm door, and then they could access it if I opened the inside door.
Right, that makes sense.
Yes. Think about that for a second.
And where it's be a closed deck, it'd be closed in, wouldn't have anything trying to come in because they wouldn't be able to get in. It's enclosed. That would be ideal for them. It's just getting the funds together to be able to do that.
Yeah.
The lumber, and I've got some lumber, but not enough to build out the base and then the platform and then on up with walls and frame out for windows and all that. But
yeah.
I know how to design that kind of thing. I know how to build that kind of thing. So, even if I needed help with the build, I could design it and, just have somebody come and help me, with the labor part. And we just build my design. And it would be custom to fit the storm door I have and the storm windows that I have. Because, they're in perfectly good shape. The house was being condemned, so I wasn't going to leave them on there. I got permission to pick.
I've been using.
I nailed them.
A bunch of, we had built a ramp for a little dog as she got older to come in and out, and some boards left over. And yes, save them, please. Save them.
Yeah.
I'll do something with them.
Well, a lot of the lumber I have, I picked off the old house.
Out there yesterday.
I've got the good wood that came off of the deck that I took apart, but it was poorly constructed. The cross beams that you use to make the base of the deck, they spliced two together, but they didn't do a support board for the seam. And I think that they had to lift it because underneath that deck is a manhole, a huge manhole. I think they had to move the deck for the city to access this manhole that's in my backyard. And when they lifted the deck, because it was poorly constructed, it broke the back on it. So yeah, it was not designed to accommodate having a manhole under your deck. I'm talking manhole like you have in a street, There's a manhole in my backyard. Why it's there, I have no idea. But yeah, there's a manhole. But
maybe there was some crazy well system or something there at one time.
No, this was fully constructed in the 90s. So anything like that would have been filled in and all up. No, this accesses the sewage system. Sewage system or the fresh water system. They had a pipe break in the fresh water system. They never came asking to access that manhole.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Thanks.
But yeah, I can build around that, you know, design it to accommodate support around that instead of leaving that open and then not supporting a seam. It was just a very poorly made deck that they had back there. Whoever built that one didn't know what they were doing. Because when I took it apart, it was just pathetic. I just kept shaking my head, like, seriously? If you're gonna take that much lumber, I mean, that's hundreds of dollars worth of lumber. If you're gonna take that much lumber, make sure you know what you're doing. There's no sense in spending all that time building something only to build it half-assed and have it, you know, literally snap in half. Like I said, when I took it apart, all I could have, because there wasn't really any way to repair it. It was just so poorly built that, you know, it would have been a mass undertaking to band-aid that puppy. And I was like, no, I'll just take it apart and reuse the lumber and build one that is custom to suit the needs of, you know, what we need. And, you know, I can put a hatch to access the manhole where they wouldn't have to move the deck. You know, just pop out a platform piece and then slide the cap off of the manhole and they can access it through the porch, you know, instead of having to move the porch. But got to get the front one here. It needs a couple planks and a couple of rail bars, and then I want to recap the surface of it, power wash it, seal it, reseal it. But it's on that list of things to do that got put on hold because of my back, and I'm more limited now than I was when I made that list. But I'm sure if I got the lumber here and everything, if I needed a hand, I could call my brother and he could come on a weekend and help me do those repairs if I needed. I don't think I'd need him for that though, because it's just, you know, replacing some planks and, you know, cutting and replacing a couple of rail bars and cutting some cap boards and putting them on, taking the old ones off and putting the new ones on. Because I want to route them so the water sloughs off. And then when they screwed the top cap on plate in place on the rails, they just went down the center. And you don't want to do that. You want to do two. Otherwise the board will curl up and hold water and expedite the rot. And that's what happened on the caps on here. So wouldn't take much to replace them though, and then put them on right and route the edges so the water sloughs off. You know, you just round them off. They don't have to be a fancy edge. Just round it off and seal the crap out of it. And do the double screw method instead of ones, you know, so that it can't curl.
That's
But
just
the rails, yeah, I think they probably got kicked by somebody. You know, they snapped. I put a Band-Aid on them, but I want to replace them proper. They're just basically like a 2x2 square, and then you 45 each end on them.
Yeah, that's the way mine is.
It was funny. The screen door was gone. off of the front. The screen door was gone off of the east door, but it was under the deck of the south door. But the south door screen door was just gone. The door needed replaced, so I bought a dual unit, storm door and regular door frame out, and replaced the front door. But then the deck, it was just a little too high for it. And, everybody was like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I grabbed the jack out of the car and the jack out of the van, which were just, the basic little hydraulic jacks. I jacked up one side of the deck, measured and whacked off the feet, and then went over and jacked up the other side, whacked off them, and set it back down, and works fine. I mean, they only needed like 3/4 of an inch taken off. My next door neighbor came over when I was halfway through that. That day he'd gotten off work, came home, and came over to see what I was doing, because I was doing a bunch of stuff. I was out there doing stuff every day, and he was curious, like, what are you doing today, And he came over, and, the deck was all jacked up and wonky, and he's like, what in the world are you doing down there? Because I was down there on my back, measuring the cut zones and stuff on them, and I was like, what in the world are you doing? There's this fat beached whale under a deck, with a pencil and a ruler, I said, I'm fixing to whack these legs off. And he's like, what are you doing that for? And I said, because the screen door catches, it just needs to be trimmed down a little. And he's like, what are you going to use, your reciprocating saw? I'm like, no. He's like, what are you going to use? And I said, the chainsaw. They're 4x4 boards. It's going to take forever with a reciprocating saw, and a chainsaw just buzz right through it. Because I had my chainsaw with a fresh blade on it. Wasn't going to take long. Wasn't even going to take much effort. That way you're not pushing on it with your deck up on 2 little tiny jacks, and you're jamming against a reciprocating saw trying to get it to cut through the board. The chainsaw, you barely had to push on it, I didn't want to knock the thing off of the jacks. Yeah. Oh, can I do one? He was a carpenter, so I was like, yeah, sure. Yeah, he cut it just a hair too short because he didn't line up the edge of the chainsaw blade just right. But it worked out. It was only a fraction. It was just a little bit. But, I had them all perfect, and then he got a hold of one. Yeah, he's a carpenter, but he's not very good with a chainsaw. Not all carpenters can handle a chainsaw. It's not a carpentry tool. It's an arborist tool. And, yeah, they just don't know. You got to be careful of your line, because that blade's thick, it cuts out, a good 1/4 of an inch wide swath of wood versus, a reciprocating saw that takes out, like a 1/16 of an inch or something like that.
Yeah, or thereabouts, yeah.
Yeah. My other deck, the one on the east, I guess somebody was moving out, and they were moving the trailer out, and they didn't want their deck. Their deck wasn't treated wood. It was steel, welded steel. And I was able to get that deck for a very good price, delivered. And all it needed was the brackets that hold each step replaced. So I had to grind off the old ones and bolt on new ones. And neighbor came home the day I was out there grinding those off and replacing them. I don't weld. I'm not a welder. I don't work with fire. I don't like working with fire of any way, shape, or form. And so I just bolted them in place. And, you know, but I was grinding those old ones off. And, you know, he came home one day and there's sparks flying, you know. I had my grinder out there taking them off. And he came over and he's like, "What are you doing now? You got sparks flying everywhere." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know." And he's like, "You do realize, you know, it's like the heat of the summer and the grass is dry." And I'm like, "Look down. I soaked the ground before I started welding
Exactly.
in a radius more than enough to accommodate any sparks that fly from what I'm doing." "Oh, you knew to do that?" I'm like, "Yeah." You know, I don't want to like catch the trailer park grass on fire and have it, you know, spread all over the park, you know. That's stupid. I also wetted down the side of the house since the deck is right next to it. But I'd have to go take a break or go for lunch or something like that. When I went back out, I wetted the side of the house back down. Checked the ground. Did the ground dry out? You know, wetted it down again before I'd start going at it again.
Yeah.
Because it took a little bit to grind them off. Those were big old brackets. And they had to come off so that, you know, my slat brackets would go in place so my timbers would fit proper and the brackets would, you know, lay flush with the I-beam steel that the sides of my stairs are made out of. Seriously, I-beam steel. Yeah, that thing ain't going nowhere. It's got that big, thick, I don't know, it's probably a good inch and a half thick waffle grate for the walking platform.
Oh, so it was like commercial grade.
The size of the grate. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, this is like something that would go up, that would be stairs going up to like a door on a warehouse. I mean, that thing ain't going nowhere. And it's got adjustable jacks so that you can level it.
Wow.
It's got these things you crank on all four legs that you can level it out so that when you set it down, you adjust those and lock them in, and it's level. Yeah, it's fancy, but nobody wanted it. And you know, happened to know a guy with a forklift that was able to bring it over. But brought it over on a flatbed and then offloaded it with a forklift. But,
wonder how many stories start with, you know, I happen to know a guy with a forklift.
I got it and got it delivered for, I think it was like $200. Just the steel alone would cost him.
Oh yeah,
because there's a lot of steel. The only thing wood on it is the steps. Everything else is steel.
I'll be right.
But on the grate platform, the holes compared to the size of our dog at the time didn't match up. That was gonna break a leg. And the next door neighbor over at the old place, she was selling out too. She moved into a retirement home, and her husband had built a huge picnic table. It's one of those kit ones that you get the doohickeys and then you just cut the wood for the seat and the table, which I've still got, you know. I just had to take it apart to transport it, and it was just bolted together, you know. That wasn't a problem. But I used some of that lumber because when I rebuild the picnic table, I'm going to build it shorter, smaller. But I went to cut that wood because it was heavily stained and painted like barn red or something. I don't know. But I went to cut that wood to lay planks over the grates and bolt them in place, so that it was wood that Sarah was stepping out on and not that grate, because I knew that grate was going to be super painful for her feet if she didn't have one go through and she snaps a leg, you know. I didn't want that. I went to cut that wood. It was freaking redwood.
Oh, gee.
So yeah, the platform boards on that deck now are redwood.
Wow.
And, yeah, they'll last forever. Because that picnic table had been in that backyard for over 30 years. Easily over 30 years. And then, you know, I get the lumber, and yeah, that's why it lived so long. It's because it's freaking redwood. And there was no rot going in.
I would love
that.
to have
That redwood is still just like it was freshly cut. Man, talk about some expensive lumber. Lord of mercy.
Yes. Very expensive.
Yeah. I don't even think you can get redwood anymore.
Linda, where's your picture?
Huh?
Who? What?
Linda's picture's gone, or Pam's.
Pam's not. Pam hasn't been on here in a while.
Oh,
Yeah. Her
Yeah,
picture's
she
gone.
commented a while in chat, but
are you at the cabin, Pam? I don't know if she's
No,
still here.
she's
yeah, I don't know if she is or not. Last time she commented,
she's dealing with a family
2 minutes
issue
shy
right
of an
now.
hour ago. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I don't see Linda.
Oh man, no.
Yeah, she hasn't commented in nearly an hour, so I don't know. Let me try to tag her. No, she's still taggable. She might just be away from the computer.
Oh, she might have me playing. She's just not. She has me playing for the dogs, probably.
Yeah.
Hi, Josie.
Hello, Josie. Welcome.
Hi, Josie.
Josie Posey.
Josie.
I'll be right back.
What,
I'm gonna grab me a
supervisor?
sandwich real quick. Huh? Oh, you must have a kitty. I'll be right back.
I can't see Linda what she's doing. That's why I was saying, where's her picture?
Oh, this is me. I don't know if you can see this very
Hi,
well,
Kathy.
but that's what I was working on yesterday.
Hi, Kathy.
It's just like a little park area. Not park, but a little seating area.
We can't see the picture.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You can't see it very well.
No, my camera on my side, you're black.
Okay. She's not black on YouTube. So you may have to refresh.
I may have to.
Okay.
I may have to.
That's
Hi,
like,
KK.
now you understand what I say when I can't see you in the back room.
Yeah.
That's what happens to me.
All right, let me refresh real quick.
But I can see you on YouTube.
Let me refresh real quick.
Doing all right.
Absolutely.
You too, Kathy. Thanks for popping in.
Now I just see me. Big screen. There we go. It's you, Stacey. It's black now. Linda, I can see her. It's you.
No, we're
I
all okay.
can't do nothing about it. We're all on YouTube.
It's good. Everything.
You just don't see it in the back room.
Yeah.
I may have to put my YouTube on my phone, my TV, then, so I could see, but have the sound muted.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me do that in a minute. I'm going through I just got the edges of my puzzle done. Now I just gotta go through and get the ones that go to one dog, to another dog, to another dog. Oh.
Did a lot of outside work yesterday, so today's like chill out day. You know, once you get started, you're like, ooh, okay, I can do this and this. My little chainsaw is like 4 inches long, and I got 2 batteries. So I knew my little batteries were dead. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. But yeah, I made a little while the guys out there were working on getting the post in for the fence. There was stuff I cut down and stuff I found around the yard, and I just put it over there, and it just like, yeah, this works. A little tiny sitting area. And they helped me come home, and he said, oh, you want some canopy? I said, yeah, absolutely. So, of course, he went on Temu and found some camo netting or camo. Yeah, it's not netting, it's that other stuff. But I said, yeah. So, anyway, it's cute.
There's a delay in it, for sure. I can see that.
Very cute.
Well, welcome back, Kaz. I'm just working on a book. A starter book.
Yeah, I've been trying, and I'm still working on this huge dolly thing. Taking a break on that and just appliquing a little bit.
Actually, I'm going to step away a moment. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
I'm back. And I'm working on stuffing my face. I'm hungry. Eat a little bit of a leftover salad that I had.
That's what I'm going to have. What you got on your salad? Make us hungry.
Turkey, cottage cheese, tomatoes, black olives, green onions.
Oh, goodness.
And I
That's
added a blob of
amazing.
tuna because there wasn't quite enough there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and boiled egg.
Oh my goodness.
High protein.
And you're not going to share either, are you? Let me see.
Not a whole lot here. It's just a little bit that was left over.
Okay, I'm sorry. I won't take your foods.
That's why I added the blob of tuna because there wasn't quite enough there.
Yeah, I do like that. I like tuna in my salad. Is that what you're talking about? You mixed it in your salad?
What's that?
You mixed it in your salad?
It's actually tuna salad
Tuna, oh.
that I've got in the fridge, and I just grabbed a blob of it.
That sounds awesome.
My salads are usually, kind of kitchen sinkish. Everything but just whatever we have around. Whatever we have around sounds good.
And that sounds awesome. Yum, yum.
Why is it going to be windy, Kaz?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing in here that makes me crop dust anybody.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Even if I did, Sis will be going to work before long. Just be me and the cats. And trust me, they can crop dust far worse than I can. Oh yeah, I love Tamu. I have a package coming today from Tamu. Well, crop dusting is kind of a hick term, and I'm a hick, so Kansas hick. Proud of it. And I know you're teasing. I was teasing you right back. Exactly, Kaz. That can be said about a lot of bodily functions. It might not be pleasant, but the other would be far worse. Remember when I was pretty much a newlywed, we were staying with some friends, and I had a can of tuna and made up some tuna salad. And but it was one of the old style with the oil. It was in oil instead of in water. You know, that's what you bought back in the day. And I had that tuna in oil, and then just a few hours later I came down with the stomach flu. And you know, of course, what was in my stomach was coming back out. And this little tiny apartment, the whole thing smelled like rotten tuna. There were stray cats in the neighborhood, and every cat in the neighborhood was at the front door yowling, because apparently the tuna odor was emanating right on out of the house.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
All right.
You know, I got over it like 2 days later. It was one of those. But during that whole time that I was hurling before I finally got emptied out, which was better part of that afternoon and well into the night, yeah, there was all these cats at the apartment door, because it was one of those exterior, just a door that went right outside. No storm door, you know. So the slightest little crack or crevice, the smell would have been getting out. And yeah, apparently it drew the whole neighborhood of stray cats.
Oh.
But yeah, I'd get to going and they'd all go running out the front door, and they'd have to do everything they could to keep cats from trying to run in. And they were just trying to get out of there because, you know, they were gagging. Can't blame them. It was awful. But yeah, that was an interesting adventure. That was the worst bodily odor stuff I've ever experienced. And trust me, I've experienced a lot. I was a caregiver. So, but yeah, that one was interesting. The only one worse than that was years later. That happened in the 80s. Around, I don't know, 2012, 2013. My mom had a sync-up fainting episode. She just had dinner. And guess what she'd had? She just had a great big kitchen sink salad.
Ooh.
Well, she was starting, you know, of course, she was fainting. And I eased her down because she was standing up. I eased her down on the floor in the bathroom. Now, mind you, she'd come in to get some pills out of the cupboard. I happened to be sitting on the pot taking a crap when she was faint. So I had to put her on my knee and ease her down, slide her down my shin, and plop her on the floor. Because, you know, I was kind of in the middle of things and couldn't get up off the pot at the moment.
Yeah.
And I hollered for family what was going on and needed to, you know, call an ambulance and all that good stuff. And she quit breathing.
No.
After she rolled up her salad all over the floor, all over herself, all over me, you know.
Oh, goodness.
While I'm sitting on the crapper, I ended up having to hold her up because the bathroom was so small you couldn't lay her down. So I'm sitting on the pot, holding her up, waiting for an ambulance to get there, so that they could get control of her, and I could get up off the pot and, you know, do my thing.
Yeah.
They get there. Here comes two big buff dudes trying to log jam themselves into that tiny little bathroom with me and her, while I'm still sitting on the crapper. Trying not to, you know, they're trying not to, you know, like slide and puke and everything else.
Yeah.
And
It sounds appetizing. Yes.
oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
I told them, I said, I cannot get up. I'm holding her up. You guys take hold of her. Do what you got to do. Because I did get her breathing and stuff again. But, and I watched carefully to make sure she didn't aspirate. But, they got a hold of her. And I popped off the toilet and jumped in the shower. In the bathtub.
Absolutely.
With 2 wads of toilet paper, 1 in each hand, so that I could take care of business. Because the shower was literally right next to the toilet. And because there wasn't no floor room left for me to, you know, actually stand, you know, or do anything in front of the toilet. Because there's additional 2 big buff dudes in there trying to maneuver her around so that they can take her out of the bathroom. Well, here comes the medical personnel person to ask me the questions. You know, they start throwing off all the questions. They need all that data fast. And that's what I do. So that's what I'm doing while I'm cleaning up. You know, kick the hose on, hose my legs down, all that. Thankfully, I was in shorts. But, good Lord. I just did a quick wash up there in the shower with the hose. And, just change clothes and stuff. I had Sis run and grab me some from my bedroom because I couldn't get out the door at that point. They had the doorway blocked. And she passed him to one of the EMTs and they chunked him over to me. I had him open the cupboard right next to the, you know, duck your head and open the cupboard and grab me a towel. You know, it was wild. It was just a very weird moment. You know, I'm trying to get washed up and change clothes and, you know, I'm stripping down in front of these people and all this, you know, and I'm not the patient, but I really didn't care. My focus was her and getting me in the position that I could, you know, I was cleaned up, dressed, and could go with, you know.
Yes.
And all the rest of it, I don't care. When I'm in that mode, there's no modesty. I don't care. If I got to strip down, grab a shower, and scream information at them while I'm in the shower, that's what I do. You do what you got to do. And it was just one of those days. But yeah, yeah, that day was wild and very vivid in my mind, even all these years later.
Yeah.
Of course, she's since passed. She passed away in 2014.
Okay.
Just a few years later. So, but yep, that was a pretty wild ride. There's not a lot that phases me, people. There's just not. I have been in some of the weirdest, quirkiest predicaments as a caregiver advocate.
Yeah.
From that situation to being in a doctor's office and the doctor is way south of center, not getting what I'm saying. And I had to pick him up by the scruff of his shirt and bounce him off the wall a couple of times to get him to pay attention. Realized, you know, what was going on in the moment was way wrong. Wrong decisions. You know, what part of he's allergic to this and you're trying to give it to him, you don't understand. And that was in regards to my dad, and that was a VA doctor, a government doctor that found out you don't mess with me. But yeah, it was my caregiving years, or should I say decades, was a wild ride. I mean, I could go from sound asleep to awake, alert, dressed, and ready to go out the door in 2 minutes. And be rattling off data the whole way to whoever. You know, you learn to dress and get moving really fast because, you know, I was raised by a fireman. An alarm goes off. They're conscious, fully alert in seconds. Dressed and out the door, down the pole, the whole bit, you know, on the truck. In, you know, a very, very, very short period of time. And when Dad decided he wanted to go somewhere, just in life in general, he didn't linger. If you wanted to go, you better get out that door and get in the truck, because he's backing out the driveway, and if you ain't in it, too bad.
You're not going.
Yeah, there was no lollygagging. You were lucky if you'd wait long enough for you to have a quick pee before you headed out, you know. It was just that way.
That's absolutely right.
I think it was kind of a personal chuckle challenge for him, just to see if he could get us moving, you know, as kids. Oh, I don't know if I want to go. Let me think about it. Yeah, no, that didn't work with him.
Nope, there was no thinking about it. You either.
Yeah. I just figured it out one day. You know, the dots connected in my child brain. And, you know, he'd holler for us kids, you know, if you want to go do this with me or whatever, you know, let's go. I'd be the first one in the truck. Times I'd beat him to the truck. I'd be sitting there waiting when he got in, and he was like, "Where'd you come from?" I'm like, "The house." You know. Are you ready to go? Yeah. You ain't got to pee or nothing? No, I'm good.
Yeah.
But it served me well when I had to, in later years, you know, Johnny on the spot when medical crisis arise. And when I was Johnny on the spot, be alert, aware, and ready to rattle off all that data that they need. Had all the paperwork with, you know, the meds and medical conditions and, you know, power of attorney, DNR, whatever. I went through it all. And they'd look at one of the other family members and start rattling off questions, and they point at me, say headed towards her.
Yeah.
And they'd start in, and I'd throw the answers back just as fast as they could throw the questions. Kaz is asking you how big that, or how's that big doily going?
Oh my goodness. I'm giving that thing a break a minute. I'm just doing some little hand stitching right now.
She's in ruffle overload.
Oh, I am. Absolutely.
Hey, it happens.
Ah,
There's just some projects that
yeah. Running out of steam for it. But I'm ready to start another one. I'm just done with this one.
Well, that's why you grab something smaller that you could cook faster, and it takes the edge off of that urge to complete the project because you completed something. I do that. I've always got shorter, quicker projects in the works, along with at least one larger project. That little pouch that I was working on last time I was on here, it's done.
Wow.
You know, the bead point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you were here,
Yes.
Linda. Were you? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got that done.
Wow.
Yeah, the beadwork on that. A good 15, 20 years since I did that canvas.
It's amazing.
It was just in the project pouch with the extra beads and what have yous.
Mm-hmm.
I found it in my bead cabinet. I was like, I want to finish that. So I did. Now I'm working on living room curtains and a felt and quilter's cotton, and there's also some cool stuff. It's going to be a felt applique mini quilt. I've got everything cut out and ready to start assembling the back that I'll applique to. The foundation fabric.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I seen that, Kaz. That's the whole idea.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yes.
Yeah, and if you craft, you can come up here and yak with us.
Mm-hmm.
Save yourself all that typing.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Thanks, sis. And Lance is over here in front of the window looking all legal.
How you like this one?
You don't have to be crafting, Cash. You can just be doing whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Stacey has people that come on and, you know, they're working on invoicing or just doing a jigsaw puzzle like Kim was earlier or whatever. You know, what, model cars, playing with coins, friggin' Legos. She don't care. She don't care. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or like me, you know, I finished my basting, and otherwise I've just been sitting here yakking and stuff in my face. You don't have to turn your camera on, Kaz. I mean, I don't have a problem having my camera on. I'm not, you know, shy like that. I have to have it off though, because I have to have a lamp behind me. And if it glares into the camera and glares back at me, it affects an eye that I have problems with. I can't have that bright light glare stuff going on in my eye, or it just triggers an instant migraine in the eye.
Yeah,
which is
that makes
miserable.
sense.
It's an autoimmune thing
Mm-hmm.
that I've got going on. Woke up one morning and like the fourth of one eye, be like the lower half of the eye on the side next to my nose, I couldn't see through. It was like something plopped down in front of it and was blocking the view. So I called my eye specialist because I have other issues with that eye that I have to have a specialist for. It's called iritis. I don't know if you know what that is. But contacted him, went in and got checked, and he said you need to see a specialist that covers the back side of the eye. So I had to go 50 miles to see that guy and have testing done. They had to put dye in me and everything to do testing on that eye, trying to find out what was going on. Come to find out I got constricted blood vessels. And they've been working on determining, they pretty much know it's autoimmune, but they're trying to determine whether it's sarcoidosis autoimmune or just autoimmune, whatever the bugger that is.
I'm shy too, Kaz, so I have no idea why I'm up here. Stacey did it to me. That's all. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, Linda didn't want to come up on panel either, and look at her now. Stacey makes this a safe place.
Is
If
that
somebody comes in and tries to
I
start
try my
drama,
best.
yeah, they're gone. They get one warning.
yes?
Yeah, they get one warning,
That's
and
the
then
only reason I'm up here.
she don't deal with it.
Stacey makes it a safe place.
Exactly. And if you want to get introduced to something like that, this is the place to do it.
Yeah.
You know, and she doesn't require you to have your camera on. You don't have to. You can, but you don't have to.
But she's got to see who you are in the background.
Yeah,
In the
she'll
back
ask
room.
in the back. Yeah, for you to kick your camera on for just a minute to find out that you're a human being and not,
Yeah.
standing there naked or, a perv.
Yeah, and fully clothed. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
that's
then you can kick it back off, and then she'll bring you on.
Yep.
So only she sees you.
And she's done live, so it's not that she's not ever been on camera before.
Oh no, it's just my lamp.
Chat.
See
Kaz.
the lamp there? That's the problem. But otherwise, hi. But I have to have the lamp on to be able to see the keyboard. And, having it on reduces the stress of the lights in front of me from the computer screen itself.
Okay, got a question for you. Have you ever thought about getting one of those yellow screens or pink screens or something for the computer?
Oh, yeah. Covers or something?
Yeah, for
I
the
don't even
screen.
know what that is.
There's screens. You can either it's a light yellow, a kind of yellowy amber, kind
Oh,
of.
the filters?
It's gonna screw up
Yeah,
your
the
color
filter screens?
perception. Yeah, or a pale pink. Pale pink helps with that glare.
Yep.
Basically, it blocks
Situation.
the blue UVs of the screen. Yeah. Yeah, it's a UV blocker for your computer screen. No, I hadn't thought about that.
Well, also for
We had
things,
one.
also for things, lights around you, like the fact that you got to have that light in back of you, the light bouncing off of it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I
I'll
forgot
look
about
into it. I hadn't even thought about that. Yeah, I'll look into that. But yeah, I have to have a light behind me because I can't have it
You could
next
just
to
do
me.
it for when you're live, but when you're like watching something, don't attach it to the screen. Just kind of lean it there because you use your
just do the
laptop.
Slip on or
So-
magnets or
Something, so you could take it off so that your color isn't distorted when you're watching other things.
yeah, we had something like that, like with the first computer that we had. But that's a long time ago. It was in the 90s.
Still exists.
And the computer was like,
Yes, my husband looks at computer screens all day like a surround, and I tried to get him to get something like that because he has those floaters sometimes that come up
yeah,
in
I've
his
got
eye.
floaters.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's not all the time, but I think he might have got some from work, but he had to get used to that color difference.
Mm-hmm.
But it can just be slight. You don't have to give them where they're drastic.
Yeah, they come
'Cause
in
it's
different
something
shades.
you have to get used to. Yeah, there
And
you
some
go.
products come where you can
Yeah, I
you
just measure
can.
my screen.
It comes with the multiple layers, so that you can say light, and then you can try the next. Put another layer on, try it a little darker. Put another layer on, it gives you that option.
Yeah.
I learned about that from the 8 years I did glasses. So
There you go. Yes, something like
Yeah, I had
that.
glasses when I was 16.
Yeah.
I sold
So-
glasses.
Oh.
I fitted.
wow.
I fitted. Yeah.
Sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that would be a neat job. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking right now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm on Amazon.
Because
That's
my
the first place
computer.
I go to get an idea of the variations, and then I do just a Google search, and I'll check. I'll even check Temu. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know unless you look.
Mm-hmm. They might have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to kind of like make note of keywords, and then fiddle around with variations with Temu to find one that pulls up the right items where there's the language barrier stuff. Even though they're
Mm-hmm.
using English, you can tell that you can tell that it's like auto translated types descriptions, because stuff's worded weird. So I mean, I don't know how many times I've had to go look up something elsewhere and pull some words, and then fiddle with combinations of those words to finally get an item to come up. But it's worth the effort because you save a freaking fortune.
Yes.
Yeah, they've got several here. But yeah, I'll look into getting one. That would definitely make it easier. And, where I'm on the computer a lot, it would probably help my eyes. Where,
Mm-hmm.
just on a regular.
Well, it's just that if you wanted to see the color or something, I mean, it's already distorted enough by each computer, but if you really wanted to see as close as you can see, whatever your computer lets you, you're going to have to remove it to see the color.
Yeah.
That's why you don't want to get the one
I
that
know.
glues right onto the screen. They have ones that hang. They have ones that have their own little stand that you can set above something and drop it down over. So even if you're using a phone, you can still use them.
Yeah, they've got them that just have the curved thing on top where it just kind of clips over the top, hangs over the top.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. That's what, yeah.
So it'd be
I
easy
think
to
that's
slip
what
off
you
or
use.
slide it over to be able to see true color of something, or,
Mm-hmm.
because when you're a crafter, you look at colors and shades a lot with stuff. I definitely have to be able to do that. I've got this thing set as true to true color as possible. But no, I wouldn't want one that fixed. I definitely want one that's
You can move.
removable. And then didn't take me 10 minutes to do it. But yeah, you can get them for under $20. They've got them that are over that, but you can get them for under 20.
Mm-hmm. No, you don't. There's really not much difference, honestly. It's just a matter of, like I said, if they have, whether you're just getting one screen or you're getting where you can change either color or hue. It has multiple screens
Yeah.
that you can utilize.
Yeah, I'm not really seeing too much with the multiple screens. You know, they're anti-glare and blue block is the main one, because computers, that's your heaviest is blue UV.
Yep.
But yeah, that eye has uveitis and iritis, and then this autoimmune thing going on that could be tied to sarcoidosis. I got to get a CAT scan and then possibly a bronchoscopy to confirm that. They got to do the CT scan first, though, to see if any of the nodes in my lungs are big enough to biopsy. And then
See you later, Cass.
they might opt to go in and
See you soon.
Bye,
do that.
Cass.
Hi, Kaz. Take care. Nice chatting with you. But then both eyes have astigmatism, chronic nystagmus that's caused by a couple of the meds that I have to take. You know, there's just a lot going on with my eyes. But the right eye is the one that's getting attacked by the autoimmune or something. I mean, he initially diagnosed it uveitis. It could be I don't have uveitis and I've got something, sarcoiditis. We don't know yet. At present, we're treating for uveitis, and the eye has stabilized, and some of my vision has returned. So, not sure yet. You know, over time here, with treatment,
Hi, Adrian.
which is basically a crap ton of eye drops,
Choo-choo.
I don't know, I'm probably, at worst case, I was about 35% blind in my right eye, and I think it's down to probably 15 to 20% on a good day. It does vary, though.
Oh,
And I have to put steroids in it every other day. Every day if it gets too aggravated. I'm supposed to go ahead and put drops in that day, too.
wow.
And if the iritis flares, then I have to dilate the eye and do steroid drops every 2 hours and call to get in to see the first of the two eye specialists. So, because the iritis is in the front part of the eye and the uveitis is in the back part of the eye. Yeah. 2 specialists, 1 eyeball. Who knew?
Oh,
Still blows
yes.
my mind. 1 little eyeball, thing smaller than a golf
That-
ball.
Statement.
Gotta have two different specialists. Seriously? You know. I mean, a heart specialist, they can handle the whole heart. You know, it's way bigger than an eyeball. But an eyeball, no, you gotta have 2 specialists for those.
Hmm.
Mhm.
To me, it's just weird. That's just a little too specialist, in my opinion. But hey, what do I know?
This is weird, but Hey, if it helps, it helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Works
aggravating
after
because
they
you got to
pull it
make sure
out.
they're on the same page of communicating and everything too.
Well, they're real good about communicating. When he comes to town here, he goes to the other specialist's office and uses his office to see patients, and they share information. So it works. They're two different businesses. You know, they're independent practices. You know, they're not under a big bubble, you know, an umbrella company or something. They are two independent private practices, but they work well together. In fact, I was having to go to Topeka to get the one eye test done, the one where they have to put dye in my veins, because they didn't have that equipment here in town. They seen where so many people, especially during the past few years, have had problems getting to Topeka to see that doctor, that they bought and installed that test equipment in this guy's facility, even though he doesn't use it. It's there for the other specialist when he comes to treat his patients. That's huge in the medical world, that they collaborate on that level to the point that they'll make room for this huge machine in their practice to accommodate the patients when they're being seen by the other guy. You know, that's pretty big.
Well, if it's something prevalent in the area, I mean, it's kind of like hard not to make that decision.
Yeah, and
you
I
know.
think that's what happened. It reached that point that they needed it, you know, and they got it, you know, in the middle of all this stuff when equipment has been very hard to come by. They got it. So to me, that's pretty epic. You know, and I don't have to drive 50 miles one way to see him just to get that test in his place because, you know, they didn't have it here. Now they can do it here. And if something flares in my eye, the one guy can do the test there and then send the info to the doctor for him to read, and the other guy administer any, you know, order any meds or anything like that, and get me started on treatment until I can see the other guy when he comes to town, you know. So, you know, they're collaborating on that level to even do tests and stuff for the other guy because he's not here, you know. Send that information to him, and then this guy can order, you know, follow through with any orders or whatever, until I can see the guy here and get treatment started way faster. Because he said that the delays, that it should have been treated more immediately, but the delays with having to, you know, not knowing, going to see the guy that's been treating it to find out that I needed to see another guy, and then the wait to get an appointment and all that, probably compounded the issue because it went without treatment for longer. So, you know, they're trying to put into place so that when stuff arises, you know, it's treated right away.
Yes.
And they're communicating and stuff. Because initially, when that happened, I called this guy because that was the eye specialist that I had, you know. You need to come in and see you. This is going on. It's weird. It ain't right, you know. And he got me right in. But he then had to send me to the other guy because it wasn't the iritis flaring. It was something else. There was something else going on now, you know, kind of thing. That wasn't in the part of the eye that he took care of, you know. And between the time that I seen the guy here and I got to Topeka to see the guy there, the iritis also flared. Well, then I was doing the treatment as ordered from the doctor here. That guy kind of got upset about it. And I said, what am I supposed to do? This is what I was instructed. He's like, you don't do that stuff unless your doctor tells you. And I'm like, the doctor did tell me, dumbass. You know, it's like, really? And
Take it up with him.
he was like, so this is a standing order if this happens that you do this? And I'm like, yes. Otherwise, I sure wouldn't be doing it. You know, because I have to dilate my eye and then I have to put steroids in every 2 hours and all this. Well, the steroids, of course, increase the pressure in the eye, which exacerbates
Derek.
The
Hi, Derek.
whatever going on in the back of the eye. Hey, Derek. And you know, so they don't like each other. The two conditions don't like each other, and the treatments for the two conditions don't like each other. I can't help that. You know, come up with a treatment that they like each other. You know, it's not like they don't get gazillions of dollars to do all this research. Figure out how to treat both where they like each other. Otherwise, yeah, this is what I got. You know. But when I told him that the doctor had ordered this and that I had the stuff at home per his orders, prescribed and at home, in case of these situations, he wants treatment started immediately and then get in to see him as quick as possible and continue treatment until I do see him and am otherwise ordered, you know, told what to do. That's what we're doing, because I've had several flares and, you know, getting in to see the doc, you know, if it takes a couple of days, I'm dealing with that. It needs to be started. The treatment needs to be started immediately. So that's what I do, as per the doctor's order. This guy was like, oh, no. I'm like, calling, asking. This stuff is prescribed so that I have it on hand. Why would I have it on hand? Because he's given me orders to start treatment before I even see him, because it's that critical. You know, not rocket science. Apparently he talked to him because he calmed the way down about it. I told him, I said, call him, talk to him, whatever. And then the next time I seen him, he was like, yeah, that was your orders. And I'm like, uh-huh. You think I'm stupid? He thought that I was self-treating. And I'm like, really? Self-medicating, I guess.
Yeah, well.
You know, I've been in the medical field as a caregiver for long enough that, you know, I know boundaries, you know. Good grief. But yeah, he chilled way down after that. It just so happened that first day I went to see him, he was having a really, really, really bad day. And he kind of took it out on me. And I kind of laid into him about it. You know? And when I went to see him the next time, which he's lucky I didn't get that, I don't give a lot of grace to the medical profession when they act like that, because it's not professional. Usually they get written off and I get another doctor. But there wasn't another one around here, so I had to deal with it. But anyways, yeah. Came to his senses the next time. But anyways, he's trained now. Yeah, he won't do that again.
Yep.
You found out you don't do that to me. Because, yeah, I'll come out swinging. Might only be verbiage, but yeah, it's going to feel like he got waylaid. So you're eating a sandwich, Derek? The emoji that came up.
No, I think he was talking about Kaz when she left.
Oh, okay.
She said she was making herself a sandwich.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. To make a sandwich for my tea. Oh, British. Tea time.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. I haven't been to bed, people. My brain is slowing down. Six at night in the UK. Yeah. They are well into evening, and we're hitting the noon hour.
What is it, like 5 or 6 hours? Maybe? I don't know.
There's 6
5.
hours difference from me.
But,
So yeah, 5 East Coast.
Right.
6 Central. Hours difference, that is.
Cool.
It's noon here, or almost 12:30, so it'd be about 6:30 there in the evening.
That's not fair. They get Saturday before we do.
Mm,
It's okay.
well, you go to Australia, they're well into Saturday,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
because I think they're, what, 13 hours, I think, difference?
Mm-hmm.
They're the same time difference as, like, Cambodia is from here. So they must run on the same, equator line, whatever they call that.
Time zone.
Timeline, something. Yeah. I don't know what they call it. I just know they're like a half a day. I mean, I'm sure there's other, like, countries in there, but Australia and Cambodia are the only two that pop into my brain. The only reason I really know Cambodia is because there's monkeys that I watch from there.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I started research on primate troop dynamics spring of 2020 to give my brain something to do besides go stir crazy. Yeah. That happened to be the year that the 9th of March we hit triple digits, and we did not leave the upper 90s to triple digit zone until nearly mid-November. We cooked from March till November. That's not
May
bad.
I ask where you're at, Willow?
Kansas.
Kansas. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Smack dab in the middle of the country.
That's right. All right.
Yeah, the rectangle that looks like the corner's been nibbled by a mouse.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The nibble was taken out by Missouri.
Yeah.
Missouri and the edge of Nebraska. Oh, excuse me. Oh, here comes the yawns.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna last much longer.
I don't know. It looks nice out there, but it is chilly.
We're getting into the 80s here. We had upper 50s last night, and we're hitting the 80s today. 88, I believe, is the high. And 60s tonight.
I'll enjoy it. It's okay with me. A couple months, it'll be like, oh my goodness, I'm sweating.
Put it to you this way. The summer of 2020, when we were near or triple digits from March till November.
Mm-hmm.
On the many of the triple digit days that we had, we were hotter here in Kansas than the Sahara Desert.
Wow.
We cooked.
Is the humidity sort of high
yeah.
there?
Yeah, we get crazy humidity. It's not as
It's not
intense,
South Florida
I guess.
humidity.
Yeah, as the tropicals of South, yeah.
Okay.
But it's not far from it in the past decade or so. I mean, I haven't been into South Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I've just been along the Gulf Coast, Florida,
Me too.
and Alabama, and Georgia.
Yeah.
You know, they get humid enough. And we've been, I mean, just a hair's difference from that here. The Gulf Southern state humidity.
'Cause I'm in North Carolina, coastal.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, East Coast coastal.
yeah, it's your weather sounds really close to what we have.
But, well, I lived in Tennessee. It's not coastal, but yeah, they got humid too.
Well, we're not coastal. We're like 2 hours from.
It's a coastal state, honey. That's what I mean.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't mean, you know, literally you walk out on your back porch and you spit the ocean. I'm just, you know, the states that follow coastline.
Yes.
Yeah. Something
can
definitely
see
not
this.
here. This is as landlocked as it gets unless you like go to the Canadian border.
Yeah.
But well, the polar blasts that we got year before last,
Yes.
2021,
Mm-hmm.
we were colder than Canada was.
Mm-hmm.
It's just weird. The weather is really weird right now.
Because I think I remember you saying something about you had snow
Mm-hmm.
in the winter, right?
Yeah, we used to get, you know, the kind of snow that you could build a fort in a snowdrift.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I was a kid, there was always this really awesome snowdrift right outside the back door. You know, when you walked out the back door, you were literally stepping into the driveway.
Wow.
And then right next to that, to my right, was a gate that put you in the fenced-in yard. And right there, that drift, and we could build a fort in that drift. And it was safe because it was in the yard.
Yes. That's amazing.
You know, because of the way the house was and the way the driveway was, as kids were taught, you know, when we walk out the back door, to walk towards the fence, not towards the driveway in case somebody was pulling in, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, literally, when a car pulled into the driveway, when it went past the back edge of the house, the door was right there on the edge. So, you know, if you leaned left instead of right, you were going to be stepping into the line of traffic coming in the driveway. That was a long driveway. It was like 75 feet. And once it cleared the back wall of the house, it split into 2 slots. The driveway itself was just a single, though. It was gravel when I was a kid, and then Dad had it concreted when I was preteen.
Mm.
He had the driveway put, you know, concrete. But yeah, you could build a fort in that snowdrift.
That's just amazing.
Like a little igloo. And yeah, we haven't had that kind of snow for decades. We get snow, but the most we've had in my adult years was like 9 inches. You know, and when we were kids, you know, 1.5 feet, 2 foot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then the drifts, you know, you could build a fort in a snowdrift and sit upright in it, and your head wouldn't hit the ceiling.
Mhm.
You know,
That's wild.
you know, it wasn't nothing you could walk in, but, you know, you could crawl in there and sit down and sit upright,
Yeah.
you know, pretty good sized fort. You know, because you got to be, what, probably a good 10 years old to have the tenacity to dig that hole in and pack the, you know, make sure that it wasn't going to cave in.
least.
You know, and, you know, a 10-year-old sits up, you know, a good bit. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know.
Willow, do you know how to knit?
Nope.
Oh, man. I was going to pass this on to you. I'm only kidding. Oh,
Too cute.
I don't know any.
I mean, she's already done with that. She is so done with that.
I am so done with this thing. Look at that little roll, man.
It's cool looking, but yeah, I don't know how to
It's
crochet
cool
or knit.
looking. That's about it. Oh my goodness. This thing is crazy looking. Hey, you know what? It could be what is it? You put a doll in the middle of it. It could be her massive dressy thing.
Yeah, her skirt, like a Southern Belle bed doll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anybody nearby that knows how to knit either, so I'm going to do it until my hands cramp, and then I'll put it down.
Well, it's that, or you could seal a seam line in the center, leave that opening,
Mm-hmm.
instead of tacking it shut, and make it into a doll skirt.
That probably could happen, but probably not with my hands.
But
Because of dun, 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 dun.
I don't know the diameter that that's going to end up being, but
I don't either. I really don't. I was hoping as I got it bound off that it would flare
relax.
out more.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
just
no,
springy.
it is no.
Yeah. It'd make
Too
a neat
many
skirt,
stitches too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know.
She
Guess I'll
lost
read the
something
pattern better
after the
next
first
time.
couple of rounds there. She lost something and kept adding stitches and just made it insane.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know. I just think it looks cool. Make a blouse that matches.
Oh, I
and
like
then
the way it
skirt,
looks.
Put an elastic waist on it.
Yeah, I really do like the way it looks. Thank goodness it wasn't any of my precious yarn. Not this. This is not, but this is Hobby. Yeah, Hobby Lobby. And this was, I think, Knit Picks or something. The yellow, but I've
But
been
no,
trying to use that yellow for a long time.
You basically just go around. You measure the waist, and then in that area you go around, and you run it through the sewing machine and zigzag or serge, and then you can cut the center out, and it seals the stitches. And then add. You could do elastic, or you could do the wide bias to make a waistband on it.
What's the diameter on that,
And
Linda?
then just add a snap.
Overall diameter.
Well, that's cute. Little charm. That's adorable.
Oh yeah, my little Annie Green Gables stitch marker.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I've made those that were zipper pulls.
Oh yes.
Yeah, the stitch markers that they make nowadays, like that with the lobster clasp on it, you can also use it as a zipper pull.
I don't know the diameter, Stacey.
Got a measuring tape?
Yeah, you just measure from the center out.
Yeah. somewhere.
Multiply by 2.
Yeah, I've got an American Girl.
Gives you
She's 18
circumference.
inches tall. I've got a 22. I've got an 18, a 20, and a 22-inch 1950s ideal Miss Revlon doll. I've got my 28-inch tall, my size Barbie brunette. Any of those would have a waistline that would accommodate the center of that.
Let me see. Measure. Give me a break from that thing.
Sorry, it's just my seamstress brain working. I love taking mediums and being able to combine them to create, like crochet and sewing, beading and needlework, that kind of thing. I love being able to do that. Making miniatures for my dollhouse out of whatever, sewing or quilling or beadwork or whatever. I just get a kick out of that.
So, do I measure all the way across or from center out?
Just from the center out. From the center out to the edge.
Okay.
Yeah, just let it lay
Good
and then
6.5,
measure.
7
Don't
inches.
stretch it.
Okay.
I think she's just unfurling it.
It's right at 8 inches. Yep.
Yeah.
I found these in my mom's things. They're pretty neat. They're magnifier
Yeah, I've got some of those.
and a ruler.
Yeah, a ruler that's got a magnifier in it. Yeah, I've got just regular rulers.
Yeah, a
and
lot
I've
of people
got,
use those for
needlework
reading.
Rulers. They're magnetic. Yeah, they've got them for reading, and then they've got them for pattern reading.
Yeah.
That have magnets on them for the magnetized, like the Loran sheet metal magnetized boards.
Yeah,
got
I was
magnets
keeping
on 'em.
them because I thought they were neat. But yeah, you could use them as readers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lay that on the
Yeah,
page
you can line
and you
them
just
up
put
on
it
a
on
row
your
or
page.
two, a cross stitch. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you put magnet and then you can
Or
attach it to like the
Look at
middle
the
sheet.
design.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, they'll magnify books, they'll magnify pattern, grid, like a bead graph or a cross stitch graph. Anything like that. But I've got them for just readers. And then I've got them that have they have magnets on the back.
That is so
You can attach them to the
I didn't think about that. Thank you,
project
lady.
boards, metal boards,
That's
so that it sticks and holds over, pattern grid pattern rows. So it magnifies them so you can see what in the bugger you're looking at. Yeah, they're pretty handy.
Yes. Very, very neat.
We got her mind going. She's like, how can I use these now?
Oh yeah, she's thinking about 15 things now.
Yeah.
Yes, did you hear that? Did you hear my brain going, ooh, 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 ooh?
Well, I heard squeaking.
Yes.
Pads are squeaking.
I kept them because they were so cool.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I don't use Google for everything. I got to figure it out myself sometimes,
Oh, I know.
Or with a little help from your friend.
That's fun, though. You bring something
Exactly.
simple like that on the screen and you find out other applications that you can use it for that make it that much more beneficial to
better
you.
finding out from your friends. Awesome. Okay.
You can turn that off, too.
So I do have a question.
What?
Why did you ask me how wide it was? You got an idea for this thing?
Yeah, I can make a skirt out of it. I got plenty of dolls. It'll fit one of them. I can just measure their waist, cut out, seal it and cut the center out. and add a waistband with, bias tape or elastic, and then, a snap or a hook or whatever for a closure, and make a pretty blouse that matches the colors of the yarn, and or it could be part of a costume, go with a shorter skirt and make a leotard to go under and put the skirt on and have a skate, or do a little coat top, and turn it into a winter skate costume.
Ooh, how about a hat? No.
Yeah.
No way.
It'd be kind of big for a hat. But maybe those lifestyle, the life size, whatever, the 4 foot, 3 foot, 4 foot, 4 foot dolls, I mean. But,
yes. Okay.
Or you could just add a strap and turn it into one of those bonnets that they
full purse,
made.
full bags.
Were kind of rippled, and then you just have a strap that goes around and ties under their chin.
Oh, yes. Like a bonnet thing?
Yeah, it's a type of bonnet, and it was made out of a circle.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of things.
When
As you
I
can tell, my mind kind of goes nuts with stuff.
wash it and see if it'll lay flat. Or
Yeah, you can just
It's
try
not
it.
going to lay flat.
Sometimes
I am
after-
telling you now. That's not going to ever
I don't
be
think so
flat.
either, but hey,
Oh, man.
if anything, you go and
I'm
pop
sorry,
it in the
honey.
dryer, and it'll tighten up even more.
Okay. It's not going to lay flat. Oh, okay. Oh, Lord. Okay.
That is-
Never, never, never,
There
never,
goes.
ever.
I won't be disappointed now, right?
Exactly. So if you go to and just don't be disappointed.
Okay. Oh, my goodness.
That is funny.
Because I thought the Pico edge, I thought that was going to help it lay flat more, and it just curls it up more.
No, you had a peacock edge. Peacocks in general tend to create ripple.
This is my first experience with it. I did not know that.
Yeah. It's called a peacock edge because it creates a peak,
Oh, that makes sense.
aka a
Oh,
ripple.
Lord.
Yeah.
Because that's what the pattern wants you to do. It wants you to do this little Pico edge thing.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, but if you're doing it
creating
on a
crochet
flat-
ruffle.
What you saying, Stacey? Yes, I could see where it would be very beautiful.
You already
if you were
sent it into
doing on a-
Ruffleville long before you got to the Pico. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
You lost it about, I don't know, 4 to 5
3,
rows
4
in, maybe.
Go. Yes, I do agree. I should have stopped, but hey.
I almost think you, for some reason, doubled your stitches at one point
I
instead of
did.
just increasing.
Well, yes,
Whatever it is, it looks cool.
I did. I thought it was being
I'm not
so
saying it's a
creative.
bad thing. I'm just saying that's what I think happened. Because it translates the same whether it's knit or crochet when you do things like that.
Yeah. Same with beadwork. If you're trying to create flat beadwork, and you do, 1 too many increases or too tight of a decrease or something like that, it creates ripple even with beads.
I was going to try beads on the end, and I'm so glad I didn't. Yeah, I think what I did was I got bored and just going around and around like the pattern said. And these 2 rows right here with the whole, I think like you said, Stacey, I increased too fast.
Yep.
Well, the thing is you learn from it.
Yes.
You know.
But yeah, I want to get it done so I can cast on another one.
What are you doing, silly goose? What? Really?
Stormy?
I think she's talking to a cat.
Yeah.
How are all my scratches looking?
They're still there.
Hmm.
One of them's kind of starting to go away. I'm in the middle.
There's a couple of them. They're pretty tender. Sis was rubbing my back here the other day. That's what she's doing now. She
Oh,
was rubbing
that's
my back here the other
nice.
day, and Esme decided to jump up between us and then launched herself off of my back up onto the back of the sofa and laid me open. She just filleted me.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, we're talking, what, 3-4 inch scratches, a couple of them?
No, they're more like about a foot long, actually, both of them.
Yeah. She just laid me open.
Good.
My back looks like it got in the wrong room with, like a freaking cougar or something.
Oh. Just now? A couple of days ago?
No, 2 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It did. It just absolutely laid me open.
Oh, goodness.
I mean, they go from, what, a couple inches below my shoulder blade all the way down to my butt.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them are more broken up, but there's a couple of them that are just full on.
Can y'all hear
I
me?
can feel it from
Um,
here. That'd hurt.
Yep.
Just now I could.
I hear you.
Yep.
Tomorrow they'll have all that. Probably have it on now.
Wow.
TV, all
Either
that.
my video is extremely, my video's got to be extremely delayed on YouTube. Holy moly.
Wow.
My audio is fine, but my video isn't.
Yeah, the lag is insane.
Because I've been with
right
this
now.
cat. I've been with this cat for a couple of minutes now, and she's still not on screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I haven't seen her yet. I heard you
Well,
talking to her.
We haven't seen her on Restream. YouTube's probably even a minute longer than that. No, I have a feeling that auctions
it's longer
today
than
are going
that.
to be a nightmare.
Yeah, this is.
I'm just saying. I have a feeling that
She's still not
if
on
this
YouTube.
is going on with
That's I
everybody
can.
else,
No,
Now here's the funny thing:
she's not.
Yeah.
the audio is fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the video is way late.
It's way late.
Yeah.
Extremely. I mean,
on
I've
video?
never seen it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna come out of my.
Can you imagine?
Just see if it's me on YouTube. Hold on a minute.
Can you imagine in an auction,
No,
the
still no
audio,
cat.
the video, they won't mesh. People will be moving their lips and it'll take 2 minutes, 3 minutes before it finally comes through. There's no way they're going to be able to do
I
an
have not
auction today
seen
and
it
be
this bad
successful.
ever.
Yeah.
Okay, I shut my stuff. I shut down my feed to YouTube. Brought it back up, and still no cat.
Yep. I've been watching.
Yep, me too. Oops.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's either the lag is insane.
My
or
whole
you're
thing is frozen. I'm frozen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was thinking you were because your hand hadn't moved, and I know those things move pretty fast.
Yep. Yeah, we've seen no change for minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, more than that. Okay, I'm
I'm
reloading.
just
Be
saying
back.
that if this is going on during auctions with people,
Okay.
there's no way they're going to be able to do an auction. You know, a bid coming in 5 minutes later, it's not going to work.
No. Hey, Leanne.
Is there very mail?
A couple packages, no mail.
Is that your sister, Willow? She's got
Yeah.
a very sweet voice.
Yeah, this is Jen. My sis. Hey, Leanne.
Hello.
Oh, now you're frozen, Linda. Oh, now you pop back. Now you froze again. Now you pop back.
I was concentrating so hard on getting this bound off. I didn't know if I was moving or not. I'm sort of getting an echo from somebody off of my voice.
Probably
I
me,
didn't know if I
because my
needed to
audio has to be
reload.
up for me to hear you.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, but my audio has to be up for that because I'm partially deaf. And
Oh, I gotcha. I
often,
gotcha. Okay,
yeah, it
that's
often
great.
causes an echo to other people, but I can't help it.
Oh, okay.
It's in others.
No, that's awesome. I thought it was me.
No,
Alrighty. No, it doesn't bother me.
I didn't figure it did. I was just,
No.
pointing out why you might be hearing it. Because I get that from a
Okay.
lot of people when I'm on panel.
Alrighty. Cool beans.
At least the kitty's on screen now. Getting some
Nice.
serious chin scratches.
Yes. Oh. Yes. Kitty action.
Yeah, this is her supervisor. This is the one that likes to jump in the middle of her craft work.
Oh.
Try to stake claim on a place on her table, which you can tell her. So, it's usually in her workspace. Ground zero. Ends up being ground kitty.
Sweet baby.
Hi, Leanne.
Yeah, like when I was pinning
Well-
earlier, I used safety pins instead of straight pins because of cats. It's more of a pain in the butt to have to do safety pins. You can't do them as quick, But
Are you gonna be somewhere else tonight, Stacey?
scratch that lower part of the shoulder blade really good.
No.
No.
Oh, today's Friday. Yeah.
Liar.
More than likely Friday. New England Thrifter.
Oh, that's right. I like that too. Yeah. That's right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, she's been in.
Well,
She always scratches my
not
back
like I can
after,
do
but-
anything else, so I think I'm gonna do this one.
Alrighty.
Thank you, Stacey, for having me. Willow, it's always a pleasure, and I love you both so much.
Back at you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you for having me
having me.
too.
Okay, well, I want to thank everyone who came in. I want to thank everyone who hung out. I want to thank those of you in the future. Please like, comment, subscribe. But most importantly, is enjoy the rest.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye, Willow.
See you around
See
the
you
tube. Have a great weekend.